Hello again, YouTube. Welcome back to a new video. Today we have another get ready with me, but to switch things up a little bit, I decided that it would be fun to head over to a cafe in Korea and do my makeup there. So here I have headed over to a cafe called Urban Plant. I highly recommend this cafe, by the way. If you're ever in Seoul, this cafe is so cute. The vibes are so great. You can see that they have a lot of plants sitting around and the food is amazing. So that's why I chose to come to this cafe in particular. So if you want to watch me put my makeup on in a Korean cafe, then just keep on watching. So starting off, I'm going to be using my Clio Kill Cover Mesh Glow Cushion Foundation. I bought this recently and it is a little bit light for my skin. Some of you were calling that out in my Instagram photos, but the consistency is very, very good. I find that the coverage is light but buildable and it gives you a really natural glow type of finish. To go with that, I have the Clio Kill Cover Concealer in the exact same shade, and I'm just going to go underneath my eyes and around my mouth, just the usual places where I like to conceal. And I'm just blending everything out with the little cushion padding blending thing that comes with the foundation. So jumping right into blush, I'm using the Ilia Multi-Stick Cream Blush in the shade At Last. This actually came with the Sephora birthday gift this year, and I just think that it works really, really well. I think the color is very pretty. So I'm just going to be applying that to my cheeks, my nose, a little bit on my forehead, and onto my chin. So next we're going to go into the bronzer. I love my Charlotte Tilbury Contour Wand. I just don't really like the packaging, but aside from that, the product itself is really, really good. It blends out so beautifully and just looks so natural on the skin. So I'm just using a Real Techniques foundation brush to buff that in. Next, I'm going to be setting my face with my Florasis pressed powder. I love this powder so much. It's like a translucent powder and it really just sets the skin without making it look cakey at all. It gives you that airbrush finish and it's just really, really light and great for everyday use. I'm going to be setting my T-zone area along with my cheeks where I tend to get shiny. Next, I'm going in with my MAC highlighter. I love this so much. I got it very recently and it just gives the most stunning glow to the face. I put it on my brow bone as well as the top of my cheekbone and of course on my nose. I love my nose highlight. I highlight the tip of my nose as well as down the bridge. Ever since I got my nose filler, I've just been loving to do this. Next, I'm going in with my favorite Naked Basics 2 eyeshadow palette and taking this cool tone shade to contour my nose. I always feel like a cool tone shade is a lot more natural looking on my skin tone for contour, especially contouring the nose. So as you can see, I like to go down the sides of my nose as well as around the tip of my nose to kind of emphasize or create that button nose look. And then blending that out with a flat top brush from e.l.f. This is what the nose contour looks like. I like to keep it somewhat natural. And now I'm brushing out my eyebrows to prep it for my Dip Brow Pomade. You guys know I love this stuff. I use it in like every makeup tutorial. Using the Anastasia Beverly Hills brush to apply it. So I do have my eyebrows tattooed and I kind of just follow where my tattoo is and it makes it pretty easy for me to apply my eyebrow product in the mornings. It really saves me a lot of time. I used to spend so much time just trying to figure out how to make my brows symmetrical or how thick to make it and stuff, and ever since I got my eyebrows tattooed, it has just made it so much easier. So this is how the eyebrows look when they are all finished. Moving on, oh just kidding, we're not done. Moving on to my brow mascara. This is from NYX and it's in the shade Espresso, and I'm just applying that on to my brow hairs. It kind of just makes them a little bit darker, a little bit thicker, you know what usually mascara does. And then after that our brows are finished. Now moving on to blush. You guys already know I love the Dior Backstage Rosy Glow blush, and today actually I'm going to be taking it on to my inner corners of my eyes. I thought it would be a really fun and unexpected pop of color to the makeup look. So you can see that I'm applying that with my fingers. I just find it to be a little bit more pigmented that way. And then taking a blush brush from e.l.f., I'm just applying the same blush onto my cheeks as well as on my nose. So going back into my Naked Basics 2 palette, I'm mixing these two shades and just going to be using that for my eyeshadow. We're going for a more cool tone neutral eyeshadow look today. And I'm keeping it pretty simple. This is pretty much all of the eyeshadow that I'm going to be applying to my lids. And you can see it kind of just adds a little bit of definition to the eyes. And you can see I'm just really focusing on the crease of my eye. I'm also going to be adding a little bit to my bottom lash line, of course, for balance. And then I'm just going to be emphasizing the pink pigment a little bit more so that it kind of shows up better on camera. This blush is really light, so sometimes you need to add a lot for it to be really popping. And I'm here just lining my waterline, my upper water, is that what it's called? Upper waterline? Yeah, with a black eyeliner. This one's from Mercy. Using the same eyeliner to flick out the outer corner a little bit, because I always like to elongate my eyes a little bit. And since I'm not that good at doing this, I needed the help of a little bit of blackish gray eyeshadow. As you can see here, I'm just using that to smoke it out a little bit, and it kind of really just saves an imperfect eyeliner job in my opinion. Here is the finished eyeliner. I always love me a wing eyeliner. And I'm taking a little bit of a dark brown eyeshadow from the same palette and just putting that onto the bottom lash line, adding just a bit on the outer corners. And this also helps to elongate the eyes a little bit. I also added just a tiny bit onto the inner waterline, but in hindsight, I'm not even sure if this did anything. I'm curling my lashes with my Shiseido lash curler. It's my favorite. And then I'm going to be applying mascara. Here I'm just using a waterproof mascara from L'Oreal. This is the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara. As you can see, my lashes are very short and very sparse, so to be honest, sometimes I just think that it doesn't even matter what mascara I use because my lashes kind of just don't really exist regardless. Here I'm just touching up the eyeshadow a little bit, adding a little bit more definition onto the outer corners of my eyes, using the same dark brown shade as earlier. And then here I'm just deepening the contours of my inner brow bone a little bit more and connecting it to my nose contour. I really like to do that because I find that it really adds depth to the eyes. And now I'm just going to be lining my lips with my favorite lip liner. You already know, it's Nude Truffle by NYX. It's just like the most perfect nude color ever for a lip liner. And then I'm going to go on top of that with my Dior Lip Glow in the shade Berry. This is just a very pretty, berry color, and you can see it's very glowy and just makes your lips look super moisturized. And this is the final look, so kind of a simple little fresh look for today. I hope you enjoyed this get ready with me at a Korean cafe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!